It's quite loud.
Great. Thank you. Testing. Hello, hello. How does it sound? Doo-doo-doo. Testing, testing. Few words, live stream. Testing. Testing, testing. Testing, microphone. Okay, thank you. Just gonna close this door. Welcome. My name is Natasha, and I will be guiding you through this 45-minute yoga flow today. So we're going to get started on our backs. We're going to have our feet to the mat, our palms facing down, chin tilted slightly up. And just take a few breaths here. Releasing any tension, melting away any worries, any troubling thoughts, and just grounding yourself for this practice. And take one more inhale and a long exhale. And next, just put your feet together, knees out wide, into a bound angle pose. You can press your knees closer to the mat if you want, just to feel a more intense stretch. And as you exhale, release that tension. Keeping that lower back grounded to the mat. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And one more inhale. And exhaling both feet out long. And on your inhale, I want you to grab for the inside of your right foot into a half happy baby pose. So when you inhale, you can pull your knee in a little slightly more towards your armpit. And exhale, release that tension. Just find some movement in here as you just stretch out your hip flexors. One more inhale here. And exhale, lay both feet long out wide. Your next inhale, bring in your feet to the mat. Now take your right ankle and cross it over your left leg. You can breathe here, or if you want to intensify the stretch, you can grab for the back of your left leg and pull it more into your chest. So when you inhale, you can pull your leg in, and exhale, push that right knee away from you. And one more inhale, pull in. And exhale, leave both legs out long. Take a deep breath here. Then inhale, grab for just your right knee. Pull it into your chest. On your exhale, twist it over your left leg. Bring your right arm out to the right of you and look towards your right hand. Feeling that twist in the lower spine. Inhale, maybe twist a little deeper. And exhale, release some tension. Then on your next inhale, return to center. So we're just going to do that on the other side. So laying both legs out long. This time we're going to grab for our left foot into a half happy baby. You can pull in, straighten out, find some movement. One more inhale here. We pull in a little deeper. And exhale, return both feet to the mat. Your next inhale here, cross your left ankle over your right knee. You can stay here, or if you want to intensify the stretch, feel free to pull in your right knee. If you want, you can push away that left knee too. So again, whatever your body needs, you made the amazing decision to come here and honor your body today. So just listen to what it wants and honor it. And exhale, return both feet to the mat. Now lay your right leg out long this time and bring your left knee into the chest. Then slowly drape it over the right leg, lengthening that left arm out and gazing towards it. Maybe stretch your left arm out a little more as you push your left knee in. And take one more inhale. exhale, return both feet to the mat. We're just going to take a nice full body stretch. So arms come up above you, legs stretch out long. This time you can arch your back so it disconnects from the mat. 10 chills. If you find some movement, raise one shoulder up, then the other. Then we're going to tuck both of our knees into our chest and rock along the spine until you cross your legs and come up to an easy seat. So from here, we're just going to tilt our heads, just get a nice neck stretch in, to one side. And then the other. Maybe tilt your head up back and look down below you. Now we're going to move into a seated cat-cow. Kind of straighten your arms, tuck your belly in, look towards your belly button, a nice broad back, wide shoulders. And then we're going to reverse the position, so thrust forwards, arms bent back, chin up. And exhale, return to your cat pose. We're just going to flow through there, connecting our breath with our movement. So, and forward. Exhale, release. This here, pay attention to how your breath flows through your body. Some people feel it in their chest, others in their diaphragm, others in their stomach. Take one more in and exhale. From here, we're going to put our legs in front of us and just kind of windshield wiper your legs back and forth. So feet are about hip distance apart. Just take them either side. Then when they're both on the left side of you, I want you to pause there and bring your right leg behind you. You can straighten it out if you want. You can keep it bent. It's whatever feels right for your body. Take a deep breath in, like we did in our cow pose. And exhale, walk your hands over that bent front leg. And just bow over it and breathe here, feeling that deep stretch in the left glute. And on your next inhale, slowly rise back up. And then take your back knee and then place it over that knee so your knees are stacked on top of each other, and it's okay if they don't connect. Now raise your right arm up high next to your ear and put it on your back. And then see if you can take your left hand and grab for your fingers. So we're feeling that stretch in our hips and opening up our shoulders. And just breathe into the spots wherever you feel tension. And exhale, unwind and release. If you want, you can shake it out here. Before coming back to your bound angle pose, we're just going to go through a few more seated cat cows. So we breathe in, chest forward and proud, chin up, and exhale, move with your breath. And one more. Again, we're going to place both legs in front of us. Just go back to those windshield wipers. You can have this movement just stay in your legs, or if you want to twist with it, a little full body twist in. And then we're on the right side of you, take a pause. Keep your right knee bent where it is, and then just take your left leg and bend back behind you. Take a deep breath in, chest forward and proud. Tilt your head up. Then exhale, walk your hands out and bow over that front leg. So now we feel that stretch in the right glute. I'm just going to take a few breaths into the stretch. And then when you're ready, slowly walk your hands back up and return to your easy seat. Take a deep breath in here. And now place your feet in front of you into a forward fold. Take a deep breath here. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll all the way up to standing. Your head is the last to come up. When you are standing, reach your arms in front of you. Tilt your head up, maybe a slight back bend. And then grab for your left wrist with your right peace fingers, keeping your biceps by your ears, and tilt to the right, feeling that stretch in your left side body. And inhale, return to center. Arms come up, take a deep stretch. Now grab for your right wrist with your left arm and tilt over to the left. And when you're ready, return both hands so your palms are facing in front of you. Now what I want you to do is spin your right arm back behind you and your left arm in front of you. And just have a nice open arm twist to the right side of the room. You can find some movement here by pulling each shoulder back. Just breathe into the stretch. Inhale, return both arms up in front of you, and then spin your left arm back behind you and your right arm in front of you. And twist open your chest to the left of the room. Then return to the front of your mat, put your hands at heart center. We can set our intention for our practice today. You can set your own intention, or you can hear the one that I have picked out today. It says, expect miracles. Always believe that there is something wonderful coming your way. Know that you are loved and supported, and never give up. Stay centered and unwaveringly on track as you embrace your blessings. Believe that miracles happen and expect miracles. Manifestation is the practice of wishing and hoping for something so deeply that it comes into existence. First, to manifest a miracle, be clear on what you want. Have something specific in mind and request it from the universe. Continue working hard on your goals and believe in your miracles. Take a deep inhale with that gratitude and exhale. Now we're going to move into our sun salutation A. So on your next inhale, reach your arms up above you, Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, dive over your legs into a forward fold. Your next inhale, come up to a halfway lift. So a nice flat back, gaze forward, and then exhale, place both feet back behind you, tilt forward so that your wrists are right under your elbows, and slowly lower down to the mat, elbows next to your ribs. Keeping your hands placed right under your armpits, I want you to keep your elbows tucked in and just raise your chest up into a cobra pose. Feeling that stretch and the strength of your lower back. For exhaling and returning to the mat. Inhale, rise up, and shift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. So this is our first downward facing dog of the day. So you can just find some movement here, maybe pedal out your feet, or circle the hips. Whatever feels right for you as we get our blood flowing and our bodies warmed up. Inhale, look towards your hands. And then exhale, walk your feet to your hands at the front of the mat. Inhale, rise up for Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, lower to a forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway for a halfway lift. Feeling the strength of your hamstrings and your thighs flat back. And exhale, place your right foot behind you, then your left, and slowly lower towards the mat. On your next inhale here, you can return to cobra, so elbows will be tucked towards chest comes up, or where you straighten out your arms and your legs and knees hover over the mat. So both are a nice strengthener and a stretch for your low back. Then from there, return to tabletop. So wrists come under shoulders, knees come under hips. And tuck your toes under, and place your hips up, then back to downward facing dog. Have your pinkies on the outside, elbows pointed out. Press your heels down, look towards your belly button. Feeling the strength of your calves, put you in this position. Then look towards your hands and walk to the front of the mat. Our last sun salutation A, we're going to rise up again for Urdhva Hastasana. Take a nice deep breath and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise for a halfway lift. Keep your hands on the floor, your shins or your thighs. Then exhale, place both feet back behind you. Come forward a little, keeping your elbows hugged in tight. Lower to the mat. Feel free to come into cobra pose or upward facing dog, whatever feels right for your body. Come into tabletop position, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, tuck your toes under, hips come up and back into downward facing dog. Take a round of breath here. And one more. And look towards your hands and walk to the front of the mat into a forward fold. So now we're going to move into our sun salutation V. So on your next inhale, I want you to rise to a chair pose. So sit back as if you're sitting in a chair, sit all the way in your heels. Your shins are parallel so you can see your toes. Arms are up by your biceps. And on your exhale, come into a half chair. So put your hands behind you, palms facing down. Inhale up to a chair pose. And exhale, straighten your legs and come into a forward fold. Inhale, rise for a halfway lift. And exhale, place both feet back behind you and lower down to the mat. Inhale, choose your flow, cobra or upward facing dog. Then exhale, tuck your toes under, hips come up and back into a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, you're going to raise your right foot back behind you into a three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, tuck it into your chest and place it in between your hands. Next, you might want to shorten your stance. Place your back foot kind of at a 45-degree angle, so aligned with your front. Your back arch is aligned with your front heel. Then just rise your hands up, biceps by your ears, into a warrior one position. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, frame your foot with your two hands and return to a low lunge. Then place your right foot back behind you into a downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, raise your left foot this time. Bend your knee, and on your exhale, place it in between your hands. Spin that back foot behind you so your back arch is aligned with your front heel. Rise your arms up into a warrior one position. Hips are facing forward. And exhale, return to a low lunge. Inhale, come back to a three-legged dog. And exhale, return to downward facing dog. So that was our flow for our sun salutation V. We're going to go through that one more time. So look towards your hands. Walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to a chair pose. And exhale, return to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice strong flat back. Exhale, place both feet behind you to a high push-up, then lower all the way down to the mat. You can choose your cobra or your upward facing dog. And on your next exhale, tuck your toes under, hips come up and back to a downward facing dog. Remember, your elbows are kind of pointed out to protect your shoulder joints. On your next inhale, raise your right foot up. And exhale, tuck and pull your knees and place your foot in between your hands. Inhale, spin your back foot down. Rise to a warrior one position. Hips face forward. Your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Chin up. And exhale, come back down to a low lunge. Inhale, return your foot back to a downward three-legged dog. Then return, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left foot raises this time. And exhale, place it in between your hands at the top of the mat. Spin that right foot back down at a 45-degree angle. Rise to a warrior one.
Small arch in your back, hips facing forward, chin up, and exhale, return to down facing dog. Take a deep breath here, and come to tabletop. Toes kiss together, knees out wide, and lean back into a child's pose. Just soaking up that first couple flows. Inhale, return to tabletop position. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat back. Tuck your toes under, hips come up and back to a downward facing dog. Raise your right foot up to a three-legged dog. And here I want you to bend your knee and open up your hips to the right side of the room. You can twirl your ankle around, just feeling some movement. If you want to, you can flip your dog all the way over and place your back foot behind you and rise up into a wild thing. Make sure when you're here, you keep your shoulder over that wrist to stabilize you and not to lock out any joints. And then return back to your three-legged dog. Take a deep breath here and tuck your knee again. Pull it through to frame your right foot. I want you to spin your back foot down and windmill your arms to the side so you're in a warrior two position. So again, back arch aligns with your right heel. Hips are now open to the front of the room. Arms to a T and gaze over your right hand. Maybe push your right knee out to the right a little bit. Breathe here. And exhale, flip your palms over. And as you reach your right arm up, reach your left hand down for your left foot for a reverse warrior. So you feel that stretch in your right side body. Keeping that lunge in the front knee. And on your next inhale, we're going to go into an extended side angle. So place the outer part of your forearm of your right knee. Raise your left arm up and over by your ear. So you're kind of making one long line from your left fingertips to the side of your left foot. Twist your chest open. And I want you to straighten out that front knee and then straighten both of your arms into kind of a broken T. So we are in triangle pose. You're really going to feel that in your left side body. Just your chest up. And on your next inhale, bend that knee and return to your reverse warrior. A deep breath here. Return to warrior two. And on your next inhale, place both feet so there's in front of you. Arms come up into a star pose. Take a deep breath and then fold over into a wide-legged forward fold. So whatever you need to do so your hands can touch the floor, you might need to widen your stance a little bit. Or if you want to feel a more intense stretch, you can bring your feet in. And just pause here. You can walk your hands behind you a little. Maybe find some movement in the knees. And then walk your hands over to the left. We use your left hand to grab behind your left foot as you twist open to the side, feeling that deep stretch in the back of your left foot. And now walk over to the right. Just noticing if you feel any difference on one side versus the other. Feel like we're all more loose on one side. Just not judging that difference, just noticing. Now place both hands to the top of your mat and spin both feet so they're both parallel. Take a nice bend in that front knee so you're in a low lunge position. Take a deep breath here. One more inhale. Then place your right foot back behind you and return to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And we're just going to repeat that flow on the other side. So inhale, left foot comes up and back. Then exhale, pull your knee in, place your foot in between your hands, spin that back foot down, and windmill your arms up and open to a T, so you return to your warrior two. Stretch out both arms so you're touching both walls. Gaze over your left hand this time, keeping that bend in the front knee. Maybe pull your right knee, pull your left knee out to the left a little bit more so your knee is over your ankle. Feeling the heat build in that bent knee, flip both hands up, reach your left arm up as your right arm comes down to your right foot. You are in a reverse warrior, feeling the deep stretch in your left side body. Inhale, keeping that bend in your left knee. Reach your left arm so far in front of you. Reach until you can't anymore. Then place the outside of your left forearm on the inside of your left thigh. Raise your right arm up and by your ear. So you're making one long line from your right fingertips to your left foot, to your right foot. Chest is proud and open. Feeling that deep stretch in your right side body. When you're ready, you can straighten out that front leg. And the arms come to a half T, so you are in a triangle pose. Return that bend into your front leg. Arms come up and back, return to your reverse warrior. So reach your right arm for that right foot. Then return to warrior two. Arms are out at a T. Just take one inhale here and exhale. On your next inhale, straighten out your legs. Both feet will face in front of you. Arms come up so you are in a star pose. Take a deep breath. And on your exhale, bend over so you're in a wide-legged forward fold. So again, finding any movement that you need. Maybe you want to widen your stance to get a little lower, or shorten it to feel a deeper stretch in your hamstrings. Whatever would honor your body in this moment is the right decision. And again, we're going to walk our hands to our left foot. Again, maybe you want to bend your left knee or keep it straight. Bending the left knee will give you a nice stretch in your hip flexor, or if you want to work on your hamstring flexibility, keep it nice and straight. And then come back to center and walk your hands over to the right. And when you're ready, rotate both feet so they're both facing the front of the mat. Bend that right foot. And then just place both knees down so you are in a tabletop position. Take a deep breath here. Then next you're going to kiss your toes, knees come out wide, and then sit back into your heels for a child's pose. Reach your arms out in front of you. And just feel that last flow. So just recognize how you feel, where you felt any tension, where you felt differences, where you felt really good. Then inhale, walk your hands back, rise up, sit over to the left side so you can swing your legs in front of you. So now you are in a staff pose. Act as if there is a wall behind you, so you have a nice flat back. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Then inhale, reach your arms up in front of you. And exhale, bend forward, reach for your toes. Inhale, rise. Now place your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Then hook your left elbow onto the outside of your right knee for a twist. Excellent. Now we're going to switch sides. So left foot comes outside of your right knee. Right elbow hooks on the outside of your left knee. Left arm back behind you and open your chest to the ears. Now we're going to return both feet in front of us. Lay all the way back down. Place both feet on the mat, so bend your knees. Ground your low back in. Really press your palms in. Press your feet in. And then push your hips up so you are in a bridge pose. And lower to the mat. I want you to grab for both
feet into a happy baby. So grab for the inside of both feet and pull your knees into your armpits, keeping your low back grounded onto the mat. And again, you can always find some movement here by maybe straightening one or the other. Then find both feet onto the mat. I want you to grab around both of your shins so your knees come to your chest for a big hug. Low back still grounded. Now just twist your both legs to the left of the room. Arms come out to a T and gaze past your right hands. And return to center. And twist right. Then return both feet to the mat. Let's lay both legs out straight. Flip your palms up to the ceiling. Roll your shoulders in. Tilt your head back. Have your feet splay out a little wide. And we are now in Shavasana, our final resting pose. And as you sit in Shavasana, I will remind us of our intention to expect miracles. Always believe that there is something wonderful coming your way. Know that you are loved and supported. Never give up. Stay centered and unwaveringly on track as you embrace your blessings. Believe that miracles happen and expect miracles. So here you can start to wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe roll your ankles and your wrists, feeling some movement back into your body. Your breathing starts to return to normal. And inhale, rise up. Into an easy pose. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day.